Hi. Before we get into the 5 steps of how to listen, it is important to understand why knowing how to listen is a significant factor on the path of you becoming your best you. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one every Wednesday. If you like this video, please be sure to push that like button, share it with a friend, and have them join us on Howell Consultations, the how-to to being true to you. By the way, have you downloaded your free positive affirmation screensaver? Click the link below for your free download and let us help you have better days every day. So, why is knowing how to listen significant? There's a saying that goes, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. This suggests that a lot of what we hear and thus believe to be true can be very misleading. This is why knowing how to listen can be the difference between your success and a constant state of confusion. Knowing how to listen applies to listening to individuals as it applies to listening to the signs presented to you throughout your life's journey. Knowing how to listen and to understand these messages will help you take appropriate and optimal actions on your journey to becoming the best you. So without further ado, here are the steps on how to listen. Step 1. Do not judge. Be mindful. It is important to keep in mind that just because something is common, that does not make it true. Therefore, when interpreting information that you hear, avoid judging the messenger, because there are always more factors to a message than meets the eye. Whether it is a circumstance where you are hearing someone speak to you, or you are paying attention to an event or situation happening to you, assess the conditions and allow the moment to develop. Avoid quickly casting judgment, because that often cuts the message short. And with half of the message, you only have a quarter of the story. In addition, being quick to judge is an easy way to misinterpret what is being said or presented to you. Always apply or direct yourself to the information and pay attention to what is being conveyed in order to optimize your chances of fully understanding what the situation is. Becoming mindful of the various circumstances that come into play when receiving messages will be instrumental in listening to a message for what it is, as opposed to making it something it is not, or rather, something it does not have to be. Step 2. Be conscious of your own bias. Although it may be hard to believe, we often see what we want to see in people and hear what we want to hear. Unfortunately, the images we create for most people often does not represent everything they are. Neither does it represent everything they can be. Keep in mind that a person lives 24 hours a day just like you do. Consider the fact that the moments that you interact with an individual are isolated moments in time. Those same people are living a life when they leave you and continue to change and become more or less of themselves even when they are out of sight and out of mind. Therefore, be conscious that your conceptions of people could be slightly or completely false, meaning, because of the many factors that come into play, the positive or negative cues you get from a person could be conveying messages completely opposite to how you are understanding them. Our own biases come from our cultures, our environment, the way we are raised, common ideas and practices accepted in our society, and a variety of other sources. Being conscious of your own biases will help you drastically when genuinely attempting to listen to understand. Always strive to feel the feelings that is being felt by the messenger and to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Also, try to keep an open mind when you intend to listen to someone. Remember, you are listening to understand, not to refute their reality. Step 3. Do not underestimate the speaker or the message. To underestimate is to assess something or someone to be smaller or less important than it actually is. Because of various reasons, it is easy for us to choose to underestimate the source of the message based on who or what that source may be. For example, if a 6-year-old child gave you advice, you would most likely reduce that information to not being significant because in your mind, the child is just a child. However, it is important to understand that useful information can come in different sizes and from different places. When seeking knowledge, always listen with humility. In addition, never belittle the messenger because of the way they are providing the message or for their choice of words. In history, some of the greatest nations and the wisest of individuals holding positions atop the highest societal hierarchies have fallen because they chose to underestimate information provided to them. This could be because of pride, ego, and in most cases, just simple carelessness. Always treat life with respect and never underestimate its messages. Step 4. Proper posture. Always remain in an attentive state in order to listen profoundly. Body language is a major part of truly listening to someone. According to recent studies, humans remember only 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, yet a whopping 80% of what they see. And this is because the human brain processes visual cues better than the written language. Therefore, your demeanor speaks volumes before you ever say anything at all. This is why it is important to present yourself in a manner that encourages listening when information is being provided to you. Your presentation is a major key in the process of listening to understand. However, proper posture is not reserved to your body language, but it also relates to being open in mind and open in spirit. Remain ready to serve, remain receptive, and most important, always be present. Step 5. Ask questions. Always ask questions, whether you believe you fully understand or not. Asking the right questions will cause for more to develop that you may not have grasped properly early on. Asking questions can only ensure better and proper understanding. Therefore, never be afraid to ask questions when something is unclear to you. Miscommunication is way more common than you think. Try asking questions until you get a clear picture of what is being said in your own mind. A clear picture down to the most intricate detail. Asking questions is a part of active listening, which encourages an in-depth understanding of the messages being conveyed. Reiterating or reinterpreting information will also help you be sure that no information was left neglected. As said by Confucius, "The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. Yet, the man who does not ask any questions is a fool for life." So that's it, people. Those are the 5 steps on how to listen and to start moving forward today. What are the tips and tricks that you use to better listen to what's going on around you? Post a comment below to let people know how becoming a better listener has helped you progress on your life's journey. We believe that knowing how to listen and when to listen will help you shape your life to become the best version of yourself. Like and share this video, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.